Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Around South Jersey. My guest this evening is Salita DeMary, who is the Director of Marketing and Communications for Complete Care. Salita, how are you?
Wonderful, Mr. Quinn. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. I don't think you've ever had a bad day. Have
Oh,
you?
my goodness.
This lady is one of the most upbeat, positive people you'll ever want to meet in your life. And what a great profession to get into, because you're doing positive things, helping people. It must be gratifying, right, at the end of the day?
Oh, absolutely. It's wonderful helping get everyone the health care that they need. It's so important in these times. So it's wonderful getting everyone everything that they need.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Salita, folks, Complete Care is amazing. The number of people that we serve is, I say that because I'm on the board of directors, and it is just phenomenal, because we don't care if you have insurance, or if you don't have money, you don't have insurance, but you need health care, your children, your family. And we have a array of things too. It's not just regular like medical care, it's psychology and many other things, right, that we provide.
Oh, absolutely. We do provide women's care. We do provide mental health care.
Yeah.
And we did just open our new Williamstown facility, men's and family health professionals. We had our grand opening celebration on September 26th. It was wonderful and a well-attended event. We're so happy to be providing that men's health care. We are the first men's health care facility in the South Jersey area. So getting that head of household, everything that he needs to get that well-rounded family care is wonderful.
And boy, it's interesting, Salita. Men tend to not go get the health care. They tend to just don't do it. I had a friend, oh gosh, it's probably been 15 years ago, and he worked with me at City Hall in Millville. Super guy. I said to him, I won't say his name, but we'll say his name was John. I said, John, who's your doctor? Oh, I don't go to the doctors. Now, he was in his early 60s at that time. I said, you don't go to the doctor? No, I don't go to the doctor. Well, about 6 months later, he had a massive stroke. Now, fortunately, he got a doctor, he got good health care, and he was turned around 100%. He was able to function and do well. I have a friend now. I said to him, are you kidding me? You don't have a primary care doctor? And he's in his 50s. Guys, and this is what's wonderful, that Complete Care we take men here in Cumberland County and all around, but it's nice to have the Williamstown professional building open just for men's health care, right?
Oh, absolutely. We do have a focus on total family care.
Absolutely,
so we do
yeah.
accept pediatrics.
Yeah.
We do internal medicine as well. We do have addiction services and counseling, mental health. But we do have a specific focus on men's health and men's health preventative care to ensure that they are getting the focus on health care that they need. Yes, as you said, Mr. Quinn, unfortunately, so few men actually take those preventative measures. A lot of men tend to wait until it's far too late to get their health care needs met. So one of our goals, and it has actually been the brainchild of Mr. Arthur Horn, one of the members of the board of directors.
Super guy. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Curtis Edwards, the CEO.
You don't get any better than him.
Oh,
hey,
absolutely.
You know what? He's getting honored. Did you know that?
Yes, I did
He and
see
Gil
that.
Waters are both getting honored by the Princeton Chamber of Commerce.
Oh,
That's their
wonderful.
award ceremony coming up towards the end of the month.
Yes, that's going to be very exciting. And I know this has been their brainchild for quite some time, and many, many others. So we're so excited to see the men's and family health professionals come to fruition.
Yeah, it really, folks, honest. The nice thing with, as Salita's talking about, Complete Care has got you covered from addictions to mental health problems to any kind of problem you may have. And this is another thing. I just had a friend ask on Facebook. I was talking about my 5 doctors, and I have gone to Dr. Shalom. How do you say her name?
Oh, yes, Dr. Saloom. She's absolutely wonderful.
She's a sweetheart. And I went to her and during COVID, and she took care of me, gave me the COVID shots. I didn't get COVID, but, I have gone, and I do go right here to First Family Pharmacy with the right up here at the pharmacy.
Yes, that is correct.
Ross's place. Yeah, Ross has the pharmacy. And you have one in Bridgeton, too.
Yes.
So that's the other nice thing. If you qualify, your prescriptions are half the cost of what it costs you at a regular pharmacy. I forget what Curtis told me the number is. There's like a 401c or something like that if you qualify for the complete care services. So, I mean, there's just so many wonderful things that you can get from complete care. But I was mentioning the other day, I swear to you, I've been blessed. I have, first of all, my primary care doctor. She's a sweetheart. It's Dr. Connolly in Millville. I've been going to her for 25 years. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful person. And I'm so lucky. My surgeon is a guy named Dr. Ahmad Atiyah, and he's in Vineland. And if it wasn't for Dr. Atiyah, I wouldn't be alive today. Because before I went to Dr. Atiyah, I was 300 pounds. Oh. And, you know, as you get to be as old as I am, that the heart can only handle so much. So about 10 years ago, I went to Dr. Atiyah. In fact, 15 years ago, I went to him, had the sleeve surgery done. And I went from 300 to 200, and about 6 months later, I was back up to 300. The sleeve didn't work. But I'm sorry, that was the band. The band did not work. The sleeve did work. So I went back, it's been 10 years now. He did the sleeve. Luckily, I can only eat half, whatever you get at the restaurant, I get 2 meals out of it because my sleeve only holds basically half a meal, which is basically what you should be eating anyway. When you go to a restaurant, they give you more than you should have. So because of him, I'm alive, doing well, feel great. He's just marvelous. One of my friends that is my neighbor is my gastroenterologist, Dr. David Shields. He's so popular, he had to hire another assistant on with him. But I just had a gallbladder taken out. He and Dr. Atiyah were the two that worked with me. And you know, and I know, is this guy not the best?
Oh, he's wonderful.
The cardiologist that's on our board.
Wonderful. Absolutely.
Dr. Baptist.
Yes, we have an absolutely amazing team.
He is amazing, isn't he? What a great guy.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I don't know if any of you know Dr. Baptist, but he's charismatic, he's talented, he is just a super person, and he's my cardiologist, so I'm really lucky there. Let's see, and then my oncologist. Unfortunately, I've had cancer 3 times. I've had
oh my goodness.
Kidney cancer, prostate cancer, and currently I have marginal zone lymphoma, which luckily has not been too bad. But I go to Dr. Roy, and oh my God, she's a sweetheart. She is one of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet. So as I look at these 5 people, that's why I'm here today. And folks, and Dr. Shalom has been very helpful, and I call her if I need to know anything. And sometimes it's hard to get in my primary care because she's so busy. And that's what I was going to say, folks. I did have a friend message me, and I haven't gotten back to you yet, about where do I go for primary care because my physicians aren't taking it, they're so full. Well, go to complete care. We've got a whole array of talented primary care doctors, right, that can do anything.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, you are absolutely right, Mr. Quinn. We have everything from specialty care to women's health to men's health. We have 19 different locations over Cumberland, Gloucester, and Cape May counties. So please, we have a wide variety of locations that are convenient to everyone. So they're more than willing to help you get the care that you need.
Yes, and we're fortunate, as Salita's saying, here in Cumberland County, and Cape May County, Gloucester County, if you have friends there as well. Complete Care is there to serve. And again, if you don't have money, that's okay. If you have, a health plan that's not quite up to where you'd like it to be, it's okay. They're there to serve you. And the last thing they are going to do is turn you away. No one gets turned away at Complete Care. Right? Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just it. And I've had the honor for 15 years now to serve on the board of directors. And have I seen over that period of time, Complete Care grow? And when we come back, I'm going to tell you about some of the growth because a lot of it is close by to the TV studio. We'll be back with Salita DeMary right after these messages.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
C&H Disposal Service has provided customers with the best customer service possible since 1981. C&H Disposal Service provides trash removal, dumpster rentals, septic cleaning, repair and installation, septic system certifications, portable restroom rentals, and demolition. With great customer service and competitive pricing, C&H Disposal Service has you covered at the home and on the job. C&H Disposal Service. Stick with the best.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on arrival.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call CarShield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through CarShield could protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is going to break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through CarShield. Those expensive repair bills get paid and at the mechanic of their choice. They're notifying the family.
Poor guy. He doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
But we can keep trying. Didn't have to end this way. If he'd have just called CarShield before his car broke down.
Exactly.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantee. Call CarShield now.
Call 1-800-890-2387.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. My special guest is a wonderful lady, Salita DeMary, and Salita is the communications and public relations.
Oh, yes. Communication and marketing director.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But I know you and I had talked off the air, but it's interesting. Tell everybody where you went to high school.
Oh, yes, I am a Crusader. I actually graduated from Delsea Regional High School, class of 2007.
And you know what? Your Crusaders are super sports team. And this Friday night, and again, let me tell you this, folks. It's because of Salita and because of all the people at Complete Care that we have sponsors. That game is sponsored in part by Complete Care, and it's going to be Millville versus Delsea. And so that should be a heck of a game because Delsea is very good.
Oh, yes.
And so is Millville.
Yes.
You know, they've both been good. And it's, something, well, you know what's interesting too, Salita, and for all of you who watch the games, I've had Channel 22 now, with different numbers, but the local cable channel for 47 years, before your mom and dad were born. Oh. Anyway, what's interesting is we do the games all on TV, just like we're doing this program on television on Channel 22. But we never were able to measure how many people are watching because we don't have Nielsen's rating for the local cable channel. So now, like right now, you and I are on YouTube and we're on Facebook and on Channel 22 at the same time. So, you can then measure how many people were watching. With Millville football, last year, they made it to the state finals. In fact, they won, the year before they won. Last year they finished second. We had over 250,000 views in the 10 games, like 25,000 views a game. And lately, there have been like 18 to 20,000 each weekend. But what we do is we just go to our Quinn Broadcasting Facebook page and Quinn Broadcasting YouTube channel, and it shows you how many people have watched it. And then as it continues to run on those two channels, and of course we run it here too, you get more viewers. So, and what's really neat, Salita, with this Facebook and YouTube, people all over the world can watch. Honest to goodness. Well, you know that because and this is your field. It's amazing. I mean, Florida, California, Germany. I had one lady watching from Australia. I guess she was on vacation, but she's watching the game in Australia. I know who she is. It's like, wow, that is really neat. So, communications has come a long way.
Oh, it sure has. Technology is a beautiful thing. Everything from streaming to AI.
Yeah.
It's definitely moving along, and there's beautiful new ways to connect with everyone. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, it really is. And it's just something. And the nice thing, too, is like a lot of the people say, with the football games, can I record it? I said, well, you can. All you got to do is go to Facebook or YouTube, and it's there. You can record it, watch it, do whatever you want. But it is nice, especially for the players and the band members. We do that halftime with the band and all that kind of stuff. And again, coming back to the fact, folks, that Complete Care is one of our very best sponsors. Complete Care and William R. Mintz Agency are two of the very, very best because they want to give back to the community. They want you to know what they offer. And believe me, you can't go wrong. I got to tell you an interesting story. Like I said, I've been on the board at least 15 years now. And probably about 5 or 6 years ago, we were talking about building the offices you're in on Pearl Street in Bridgeton. Great office complex there. Brand new one. What we had been doing was renting the second floor of the TD Bank in Bridgeton. And we decided we ought to have our own facility. So that's what we did. Complete Care built a beautiful facility on Pearl Street in Bridgeton. While we were doing that, currently at that time we were renting for Millville people we know as the old hospital up at High and Harrison Avenue. And we were paying a large sum of money for rent. And I said to our other fellow board members, I said, you know what? Why don't we look at this 500 block of Millville? There's vacant buildings, there's open land there. And why don't we build a new building? Well, we did. And it's there. And it's 1 block from where we are now. And I go in there and get my pharmaceutical products and things like that. And it's there to serve you, folks. I mean, you don't have to go to Bridgeton if you're a Millville person, or if you're a Bridgeton person, you don't have to come to Millville. Oh my gosh, isn't the Vineland office beautiful on Sherman Avenue?
Oh, it is. And it's wonderful that we have, like I said, 19 different locations across Cumberland, Cape May, and Gloucester counties, just to make sure that everybody has everything accessible and right at their fingertips. It's wonderful.
It really is. I mean, and this is a nonprofit, so they're not looking to rip you off. They're looking to help you in any way they can. And again, if you're hurting financially, don't worry about it. Just come to Complete Care. Your fee is based on your ability to pay. If you say, hey, I just don't have anything, we're not going to turn you away, and you're going to get a great staff. And as Salita was talking about, everything is covered. In fact, even dental. One of my friends who has medical insurance has no dental insurance, and he's struggling. He's working. And I said, Charlie, go over to Complete Care. And he went, he's thrilled, and he's found his dentist, to be there.
Oh, yes. I'm so glad that he was able to get the dental care that he needs.
Yeah.
So many people do not realize that Complete Care does handle dental services. So yes, we handle dental services once again across multiple sites. You can visit CompleteCareNJ.org to find the site nearest you in Cumberland, Cape May, or Gloucester County, and get any and everything that you need all under one roof. One of our goals and one of our mission statements is to make sure that everyone has accessible quality health care near them. So that's one of the things that we're really looking to pursue, right under one roof.
Yeah, George just had the Bridgeton, I guess the dental, was that the dental, George, that you put up? But it has complete, oh yeah, it did. It said something about smile or dentist.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, this is why we are very, very fortunate in Cumberland County. Obviously, being one of the poorest counties in the state, is one of the reasons we're able to be there to help you with Complete Care. Is that the Bridgeton building?
Oh, it is. I believe that is our Millville location.
Oh, Millville, okay.
It's wonderful. It's right here on High Street.
Yep,
so it's a nice, convenient location. You can't miss it as you're coming down High Street.
Yeah, it's right at High and Broad.
Yes.
Now that one, Salita?
And that is our Pearl Street location.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize
Yes,
it.
30
that's-
North Pearl. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful building where you
Yes.
can get multiple services all under one roof.
And they got plenty of parking out back, and at Complete Care in Millville, too. There's plenty of parking at the back part of it. And there's the pharmacy.
Yes, yes, that is the front view of our building where the pharmacy is housed. You can get all of your medications refilled, anything that you need, once again, under one roof while you're getting your medical care as well.
And Ross is the man that runs the pharmacies, and he does a wonderful job. In fact, I just renewed a prescription. My doctor did today, so tomorrow I'll be in picking up my prescription.
Oh,
You
wonderful.
know, as well. And there's the Complete Care for Kids. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes, that is on Irving Avenue, 265 Irving Avenue in Bridgeton, New Jersey. That is where you can get all of your pediatric needs met. We have our wonderful physicians, Dr. Jasmine Harris and multiple others. They're wonderful when it comes to children and getting them all the care that they need.
We, you know, like you say, the physicians are fantastic. And I mean, like we talked about, drug addiction is a big problem. We can help you. You know, mental health is a big problem. We can help you. And we're local, we're close, and again, we're affordable. And that's one of the things, if you have those problems, you need to address them. You need to get on top of them so that you can live a full, happy life. And, you know, I know we work with Inspira as well on many different topics and things like that.
Yes.
And you are lucky, folks, in Cumberland County. I love Inspira. I find I've spent a lot of time there, and they are just fantastic. The people there are similar. They're just very, very nice, like the Complete Care people are. And Amy Mansu, have you had a chance to meet her yet?
I don't believe I have, but I would love to do so.
She's a sweetheart. She is the CEO of Inspira, and they're opening up in Mullica Hill. They're increasing the size. I was there 5 years ago when they opened Mullica Hill for the ribbon cutting, and they just now are doing another project. I think it's it's unbelievable. Another couple hundred rooms, I believe, that they're adding.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
What that shows is we need the health care, all the health care that we have, because as our population, and in fact me, as we age, you have more things that you need to be on top of and be careful about. And that's why I say, you know, taking care, at least you should go twice a year and get physicals and get the blood work done and see how things are going. And in fact, Salita and I have a mutual friend. He's probably one of my very, very best friends. We went out last night for dinner, Joe Pepitone. And tell everybody what Joe was to you.
Oh, he was actually my guidance counselor in high school.
That's why you're so good. See? Everybody loves Mr. Pep, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely. He was amazing.
Yeah, and it's interesting. He was a school board member, a Millville City Commissioner, a Cumberland County freeholder, and he's also got his master's, as you do. His is in therapy, you know, helping people. So he's done that on the side and part-time. He just retired in March, and he had some medical things that he's been dealing with. But fortunately, thank God, he went to the University of Pennsylvania, and they got him squared away. Had a heart problem, and that's now taken care of. And he and I were out to Marigny Savoyan last night having dinner. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks great. And boy, talk about, well, you know, what a nice man he is.
Yes.
Everybody. Yeah, this is funny, Salita. Do you ever go to the restaurant in Malaga? It's the Greek restaurant.
Oh, Pegasus.
Thank you, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, he and I go in there, and he's like a rock star. Mr. Pep, Mr. Pep. Because the kids that are at Pegasus go to Delsey or went to Delsey. So everybody knows him. I said, you giving out autographs tonight, Mr. Pep? But, you know, again, just amazing. And that's what, I mean, you see that. And I mean, to your mom and dad's credit, you're a super lady. And, you know, you've got such a positive attitude. When I first met Salita, I was like, wow, she is just really a delightful person. And you fit in so well. And, you know, you see with Jean and the different people that you work with, that similar trait of happiness. How can we help you? And you know, and to obviously you love what you do, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I appreciate those kind words, Mr. Quinn. It's so important. And once again, the mission comes first and foremost.
Yeah.
When you're passionate about what you do, you can't help but do anything but be happy. And it's so important to get people the health care that they need. Unfortunately, you have people out there who find health care unaffordable and out of their grasp. We're looking to stand in that gap and get them any and everything that they need, from, like I said, women's health services, our new men's health facility in Williamstown, down to pediatrics and dental. We're here to make everything all under one roof and be your complete network.
Well, it was interesting. When I taught school at the Millville School Junior High for a few years, I said to the kids, I said, look, do what you love. And at that time, it was like in the late 60s, and a lot of the kids' parents were pushing them to go to college because they didn't go. And I certainly, you and I believe it, we've gone to college, and it's wonderful, and I'm not discouraging anybody from not going. But some of the kids liked working on cars and doing plumbing stuff, and I said, do what you love. It doesn't matter about the money. Eventually the money will come.
Yes.
But if you're happy as you are, as I've been, you've been blessed, I've been blessed, Mr. Pepitone's been blessed. We got to do, and you're still doing, the things that you love to do is helping people. And,
Yes.
And working with good people, too. That's another great combination of what you're doing and where you've been here as well. So, and you went to Rowan University, and I know you said that's, what did you say that is? Because I went there too, but it wasn't Rowan when I went.
Oh, yes. I did study at Rowan for undergrad and grad school. I did get my bachelor's and master's in public relations
that's
and
great.
communications. I actually have my my journalism minor undergrad as well.
Oh,
so,
geez, that's
yes.
fantastic.
Thank you so much.
It's funny. I've done radio broadcasting. I've taught school. And the thing that I actually did, but I'm not good at, and I envy you, is journalism. I did a featured story once a week for the Bridgeton paper years ago. And what I did was I'd interview former athletes that were really great. But that was, I'm just not a journalist, but I can talk, but I just don't, I'm not putting the words down on paper as well, I guess, as we could do. But that's fantastic. It really is. It's got to be gratifying, and, to have done what you want to do and to be able, where were you before you came to Complete Care?
Oh,
that's
yes.
right.
My career has taken me on quite the journey. I actually worked in print and digital advertising. I moved from there to home care marketing. And then now I've arrived here working in community health care with Complete Care. It's great to be able to put my skills to use to, once again, get the word out to the community to come and get all of the health care services that they need with such a quality company like Complete Care.
Yeah, boy, that's the truth. And, again, all the services are there, folks, and you don't have to worry about money. If you don't have money, that's okay. We fortunately get grants to help people who are hurting. And nowadays, a lot of people are hurting, whatever it may be, for whatever reason. But it's there to take care of you. And as we talked about, the doctors are fantastic. The staff is outstanding. And when we come back, we're going to talk about one of our wonderful, it was a chairman of the board of directors who just passed away, and we're going to talk about that and much more right after these messages.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on arrival.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call CarShield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through CarShield could protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is going to break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through CarShield. Those expensive repair bills get paid and at the mechanic of their choice. They're notifying the family.
Poor guy. He doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
But we can keep trying. Didn't have to end this way. If he'd have just called CarShield before his car broke down.
Exactly.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantee. Call CarShield now.
Call 1-800-890-2387.
Hey, check this out. Hernia repair. That ain't nothing, man. Kidney surgery. That's nothing. Gallbladder removal.
That's nothing. Spinal repair.
I don't see nothing.
Exactly.
Minimally invasive robotic surgery at Inspira Health. Scar so small, it's almost like nothing ever happened.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. My special guest is Salita DeMary.
Hello, everyone.
She is the woman for the public relations, communications, and all the good things that are happening at Complete Care. And it's just an amazing thing. I did want to talk about Salita. I think you did have the opportunity to meet Jack Serency.
Oh, unfortunately, I did not have the
I'm sorry
opportunity
hear
to
that.
meet him,
Okay.
but I hear he was a wonderful, wonderful gentleman,
Yeah.
and his loss has been felt greatly across the company.
Jack just passed away a few weeks ago from cancer, and Jack and I served on the Cumberland County Freeholder Board, and then he and I served. He was chairman of the board for Complete Care, and I'm a member of that board. So he was the director of our meetings, and he was just a wonderful person. And my sympathies go out to his family and his friends. And I know that they're talking about maybe naming a street in Bridgeton after Jack. He was very good friends with Al Kelly, who was the mayor of the city of Bridgeton. They both were star football players on the Bridgeton High School football team.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, just really a great, great guy. When we miss him immensely. And as I say, he was chairman of the Complete Care Board of Directors. Now Mr. Horn is taken over as the chairman.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and
yes.
he's another super person. I mean, and yes, even looking, as this was an interesting thing. Like I say, I've been on the board for at least 15 years. And when I got on, Gil Walters was the executive director, and Curtis Edwards was his assistant. And Gil did a fabulous job, and Gil was going to retire. And Gil recommended Curtis. And boy, I tell you what, great recommendation. Curtis is amazing. Oh, Curtis, yeah, we did talk about Curtis is going to be honored by the Bridgeton Chamber of Commerce along with Gil Walters. I think that's the 26th of October. Next week's show, I'm going to have a couple people from the Bridgeton Chamber on to talk about the honorees that we're going to have. And Salita and I will be there. We'll have a Complete Care table, right?
Oh, it'll be beautiful.
Yeah. And they do such a nice job, Tony Stanzione and the people from the Bridgeton Chamber of Commerce. And then again, I want to say thank you to Complete Care and Salita and everybody there. We had an event that the Violent Chamber needed us to do, but I needed somebody to sponsor it to cover the cost. And Complete Care came through for us. And it was interesting. We're putting it all together. Saturday evening, they had an event where they honored the 180 women who were the first women voters in Vineland, and the Historical Society, and it's really an interesting program that they put together. And then the other thing that Complete Care is helpful with as well is the Chamber of Commerce luncheons when they have featured speakers. It might be the senator, the mayor, the governor, different people come in, and that's something that we do, and we do it live, and then we put it on TV so people can watch it again and again and again if they need to do that. So, like Complete Care gives back to the community by allowing us to put these programs out for the public and the knowledge that you get from it. And it's something that, in a lot of cases, what they do, the Complete Care service, is amazing. And as Salita's talked about, I don't think people begin to know all the great things that Complete Care does. I mean, if you want to go to the website, just was it completecare.org org.
That is correct, Mr. Quinn. It is completecarenj.org.
Okay.
Yes, and we do have a wide variety of services. Once again, like I said, from dental to women's health down to our new men's health facility in Williamstown to pediatrics and much, much more. We have it all available under one roof.
In fact, I was surprised. We also have chiropractic. Is that right?
Oh, yes, we have multiple specialties.
Yeah.
Chiropractic, we have podiatry,
That's
much,
right.
much
Yes.
more.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, and as I mentioned earlier, I know that I love my primary care person, but I don't think she's taking any more patients on, because when I was mentioning, one of my female friends had messaged me and said, Jim, I might be interested in going. And I said, Jean, I don't think she's taking more patients. She's so full. But again, complete care, we're never full. We're there for you. I mean, we have a heck of a lot of people that we take care of.
Yes.
But we are there to service the community. And I guess it shows, first of all, like I know a friend of mine, his doctor is a primary care person, and he's booked. Now, they did open, in Spirit's credit, they just opened a large office building in the Union Lake Crossing Shopping Center. It's where one of those stores was. It's a big building, and they just opened that, and they have a whole bunch of their primary care physicians in that building that they then can handle thousands of people. But like my friend, his primary physician moved from High Street in Millville to up to the Union Lake Crossing Shopping Center. And boy, I'll tell you what, I was telling Salita, during the period of time, I was 12 years as the mayor of Millville, and a lot of good things were able to happen while I was the mayor. And that's not because of me so much as it was the great people I had working with me, Kim Ayers, Don Ayers, all kind of good people. And it's the Union Lake Crossing Shopping Center was one of the first projects back in the early 2000s that I was able to formulate, get put together, and open it. And I don't know, Salita, if you've been there, but it's almost totally full. They got everything there. You name it, it's there, even Five Guys. Have you ever had a Five Guys?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The growth here in Millville has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, especially in that area. Now, downtown is struggling. When I got to be mayor, we turned the downtown into an arts district, and it was booming. We went from 50% occupancy to a 90% occupancy. Now we're back, I think, to 50% occupancy. But the shopping center is doing very, very well, and I was also able to bring in the New Jersey Motorsports Park, which brings in thousands of people to come to watch the races and that type of stuff. It's a good tourist attraction for our county as well.
It is.
And another great tourist attraction, and Mayor Kelly has it in Bridgeton, is the Bridgeton Zoo.
Oh, it is.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I don't know if when you were a little girl, if your mom and dad took you there, but I just was there a few years ago. My grandchildren, who at that time were like 6 and 8, and it's a hidden gem that we have in Cumberland County, and and it's free. So if you want to take the grandchildren over there, it's a great opportunity to do that and to enjoy seeing all the different types of animals that they have available as well. So, when you were growing up, you were the baby of the family, right? You were the littlest.
Yes, that's very true.
So what are your brother? You have a brother and sister?
I do. I have an older brother and an older sister. So it's wonderful that they really instilled in me the need to care for others, along with my grandmother, my mother, my father. My entire family really made sure that was first and foremost, to step out and really utilize whatever skills you have to care for others. And I'm so glad that I'm able to bring that skill set to Complete Care and the Complete Care family.
Well, they blessed you. They really did by giving you that caring. Well, I'm sure it was in your heart. And that's what's nice. I was saying to Salita during the break, I'd always thought about I might want to be a minister because I love to help people, but I was Catholic and I didn't want to not get married and have children, so that was not an option there. But I have some great friends that are ministers as well. Steve Schuster is one of my very favorite friends in the world, and his sermons were phenomenal. I could go down the whole list. There's a bunch of them, but that's important. And again, coming back to doing what you love, and fortunately you love what you're doing,
Oh, I do. I do. I really love making sure that the community gets what they need and that they're safe and sound and healthy. It's so important from our outreach efforts, working with Megan Spinelli. She's our
sweetheart, yes.
in
Yeah.
charge of our outreach efforts,
Yeah.
working with the children at the schools, to our homeless efforts and
Oh, that's right.
philanthropy. The multiple things that we're doing to touch the community. It's so important, and I love what I do in spreading that word.
That's fantastic. Boy, it's interesting. Speaking of the homeless, I have a friend, Denise Arrigo. I call her Mother Teresa. This woman does nothing but give, and give some more. She headed up the homeless program in Millville with Rob Weinstein in Bridgeton, and she's still very, very active with that. She started a clothes closet for the homeless. The other day, she and I were going into Wawa, and she pointed out two of her homeless residents, clients that were in the parking lot. And this was interesting. I volunteered also to sit with the homeless, like I'm a night owl, so I'd go in at 10 o'clock at night, stay till 2 in the morning. Then they change it around now to 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. They pay somebody to do the overnight shift. But I'll tell you what, Salita, this is what's so sad. Folks, I was sitting talking to a young man. His name was Travis. I'd say Travis was maybe mid to late 20s. Sharp as a tack. We're having a great conversation. He went to Cumberland Regional High School and all that kind of stuff. And I finally said, Travis, why are you here? He said, Mr. Quinn, I have a heroin addiction. I said, oh my God. But again, that's something we at Complete Care can help with. But
Yes.
unfortunately, he ended up overdosing and dying 6 months later.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And that's heartbreaking, folks. And I'm sure many of you, families, different people that you have in your life have alcohol, drug problems, those type of things. They're not. They're there for everybody. Unfortunately, every family just about has somebody who needs help. But the
Yes.
good thing is, Complete Care and In Spirit both have the units where they can help you with addiction, with mental health problems, and things like that. And I'll tell you, Salita and I were talking about Joe Pepitone, who was her favorite guidance counselor, is one of my very, very best friends. He also does counseling. He was doing private counseling. And, that's what you need. You need somebody that can understand your needs and talk to you and, try to get you on the right track. And folks, it's not something that isn't, unfortunately, it's common anymore. And,
Absolutely.
it's just so sad to see. It's something alcoholism is another problem that people have, and drugs, and, but again, Complete Care can help. And so can In Spirit. We've got a great combination with both of us, working with them and helping them where they need help. And if there's certain things we need, they'll take over and care for it. I mean, we even have obstetrics and, do we deliver babies too?
Oh, we do have our women's health team that are able to help women that are pregnant or are seeking those reproductive health services, and they are absolutely phenomenal. We do offer, once again, that wide variety of services. Like getting back to the mental health point, we do have our mental health and addiction services branch as well to tackle that addiction issue that we are battling in the area. We've made wide investments in the addiction health issue, making sure that we're out there reaching and touching in the community.
That's right,
and getting them all the help that they need.
And we have like buses or vans or something, don't we, that go out in the community?
Oh, we do have our mobile health
that's
unit, I
wonderful.
believe
Thank you.
opened last year,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. It's a wonderful unit that really goes out there and gets in the community. Going back to Megan Spinelli and our outreach team, they are doing a lot of work, even down to our migrant population, making sure that we're out there going county to county, city to city, touching lives every day. So I really congratulate and applaud them on all the work that they're doing.
Yeah, and that's a good point. When we come back from our commercial message break, I want to talk about one of the initial things that Complete Care got into helping people was through the migrants that came into the area and going out there. And we'll talk about that and much more with Salita DeMary right after these messages.
In Cumberland County, let's recycle right. We recycle cardboard, paper, aluminum, tin, and plastics number 1 and 2. Look for the 3-arrow triangle usually on the bottom of the plastic container. The number in the center determines the plastic number. Remember to recycle only number 1 and 2 plastics. Plastic bags, plastic film, hoses, and wires are not recyclable. They can damage sorting equipment and create hazardous working conditions. Don't trash our future. Do the right thing. Remember, reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
You learn pretty fast that there are no shortcuts in racing or in life. One of my first attempts to deal with my own hair loss was a literal shortcut. Thankfully, my wife found Hair Club. I was shocked the Hair Club had virtually every solution possible. If I had known about Hair Club sooner, I never would have tried any of those overhyped advertised solutions. You can get your own free personalized consultation with a hair loss expert and be on your way to the finish line in no time. Call now.
Save 20% on select solutions using promo code Frankie.
Call 800-597-3910.
They should get back. Welcome back to Complete Care in our Around South Thursday program. And our guest is Salita DeMary, who is the Communications Director. And tell me what else.
Oh, yes.
You do it all. You wear
Thank
lots of
you so
hats.
much, Mr. Quinn. I do handle the marketing and communications. I am the director. So it's a wonderful opportunity, once again, to really get my hands out there in the community and spread that word about the health care that Complete Care does provide.
And one thing we haven't talked about is the foundation board that also there. I think they have the bone run coming up.
Oh, yes,
Which,
yes.
You know, because we are a charity, folks. If you want to give, they have bingo, handbag bingo, those type things that the Complete Care Foundation does, and that helps offset, some of the losses that you have to take when you're helping people that don't have any money. So, and it's fun. So if you like to run, the bone run is coming up soon, and I know they do handbag bingo at the Elks. I don't know when that's coming up, but
oh, yes,
there are things that we do that you would enjoy, and by contributing, you're helping Complete Care continue the mission of what they provide. And it was interesting because when I first got on, Gil Walters was the director, and the big thing we were talking about probably 15 years ago, when you're still doing it, is helping the migrant population that are working on the farms.
Oh, yes.
And these are good migrants, folks. I know if you listen to Trump, no migrants any good. These are good migrants. These are people who've come from Puerto Rico or, Mexico, I guess, and they work on the farms. And sometime I introduce you to Joe Spracio. He is a farmer in Cumberland County. He used to be a county freeholder, one of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet in your life. His family are farmers. And in fact, I'm pretty sure it's Puerto Rico. Every year, they bring up, we'll say, 15 people from Puerto Rico to work on their farms for 6, 7, 8 months, whatever it is. And Joe was telling me it's gotten to the point where it's the dad and now his sons. I mean, it's generations who have worked for them, and they have nice housing set up for them and all that kind of stuff. And the people like it so much. They come back, their kids come and replace them when they get too old to do it. And that's the positive things, folks, that the migrants do bring. That's Puerto Ricans were the migrants, and they did the work that nobody else wanted to do. The Mexicans are a lot of the ones now that come up, the migrants, and do the work that the average person doesn't want to do. That's tough work. It really is. I worked on a chicken farm, and I did grass cutting, and I worked hard, and it is tough work. But I mean,
yes.
and God bless them for wanting to do that. But then coming back to Complete Care, when they come up, they don't have an insurance, the Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance card. They have Complete Care. And we even go out with the buses or the mobile units and meet at their farms where they're working, help them with anything they need to do. So that's another wonderful thing that Complete Care does.
Yes, that is very true, Mr. Quinn. We do go out into the community, we go out into the migrant community, and we work with everyone to make sure that they're safe, happy, and healthy. One of the things that people don't realize is that if they're coming from another country, they may not be familiar with the U.S. healthcare system.
Right.
So we help give them education on the system, how things function, and how they can go about getting the health care that they need. So it's wonderful making sure that everybody stays healthy and strong for their loved ones and for their families, no matter who they are.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look back over the last 50 years or whatever you want to talk about, I know there were farms around me because I grew up in North Millville, and the farmers there, that time, the fellas that came up from Puerto Rico were the ones that they turned to. And what I want to say is, when you look at that, I have Puerto Rican judges, friends, people that have been very successful, businessmen. So what they did was they got their start here, and then they branched out and became citizens who wanted to stay here all the time. One of my favorite people in the world was a judge. Oh my God, he's wonderful. And you know, they're good people, no matter what you hear and all that kind of stuff. Yes, do they do things wrong? Absolutely. Do all of our people? Yes, everybody does something wrong, unfortunately. But in general, you don't find a better group of people who care. I mean, right now, a lot of the Mexican people who are very good people, very nice people, are in Bridgeton. They're working, they're helping. They're there to do what needs to be done. And Complete Care is there to help them medically with any of their problems or, whatever they need to have done.
Absolutely, yes. It's wonderful to have that sort of boots on the ground effort, if you will,
Right.
to make sure that you're out there touching lives every day, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, making sure that all of our communities are safe and sound and healthy is first and foremost in our mission.
Yeah, and it's working, folks. It's just, Salita is a prime example of the great people that are at Complete Care. I've had the honor for 15 years of being on the board. And I mean this, every single person I've ever dealt with, from the doctors to my board members to the employees to all the people that are there, they are good people. They care, and they're not there for the money. They're there because they have a heart, as Salita talked about, where she wants to give back and help people, and this is a way you do that. And there are job openings too, so I know that if you're looking to do something where you can give back to people and be happy about what you're doing, then go online to completecare.org.
That is correct, Mr. Quinn.
CompleteCareNJ.org. Right?
Yes, CompleteCareNJ.org. You can always find out more about any positions that may be available if you do have that heart to step in and help and serve the community that you live in.
And boy, you can see how happy Salita is. She's got a great smile. She's genuine. First time I met her, I thought, oh my gosh, what a wonderful lady. Just very, you come off. And she is what you see. And that's what's nice, because she's happy being where she is. And if you're not maybe happy in the position you're in and Complete Care has a job opening, take it. You will find Salita and Jean and all kinds of wonderful people. They're just Rich. I love him. I mean, the board, the people that work there. Curtis Edwards is one of the nicest gentlemen you will ever meet in your life. He's also serves on Bridgeton City Council. He just really cares. And again, it goes along with that giving back and caring about the people that we serve. And there's got to be thousands that are served by Complete Care.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I believe at one point we were serving up to 60,000 people.
Wow, isn't that
So
amazing?
I tell you, it is just wonderful getting out there and touching lives and making sure that word spreads throughout the community about all that we can do.
Yeah, and thank you. We're able to spread the word here on television. And again, I thank Complete Care, one of my best supporters of getting good stories out there. Everything we do is good story. We don't do bad stories. We are a positive station, positive programs. In fact, you guys were just kind enough to be one of our people to put the Miss Holly City pageant on. What a happy night, and seeing the kids, and they were having a wonderful time.
Beautiful.
And again, without Complete Care, Bob Connor, TD Bank, the Thunderbolt Federal Credit Union, There's plowmen opens the doors. They're the people that allow us to bring you the good news, the happy things, the things you want to see, the kids playing, participating, and being able to give you the opportunity to see what's happening. And again, like we talked about, right now I'm watching it on my phone on YouTube, and we're watching it here in the station on Channel 22. And if you want to go to Facebook, you can watch it any one of those 3 places. And the other nice thing is what Salita and I are doing tonight will be re-shown frequently, because we have to program the channel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just like Complete Care has got to be available 24/7. And that George Cuccia, and he really puts it together and has the programming set up for our viewers to be able to watch. And I'm a night owl, so sometimes like at 1 a.m. I'm watching, a program or something like that. This was funny, Salita. Before we go, I'll let you know about this show. I just had people talk about it. When I first took over the cable channel 47 years ago, all we had on were some religious programming, which we still have a few, and sporting events. There was nothing else.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, what do I do? Well, you know what? I decided to come up with an idea of a show called Auction Time. And this was before Home Shopping Network or QVC. So I started this Home Shopping Time program, had a studio in Millville, one in Bridgeton, one in Vineland, and one in the township. So we had 4 different locations we were televising from. But we sold everything. 40-piece socket ratchet sets, unicorns, lamps, you name it. In fact, people now have been putting on Facebook, bring back Auction Time. We like that show. But that carried us. We were able to make enough money to continue doing the programming. And then eventually I decided another real good move that I made was to go do car shows. And we did very, very well. Car dealers, we're in Philadelphia, we're all over South Jersey. And the weekend, each car dealer would buy a weekend, and we would do an hour show and then repeat it for like 8 hours or stuff. And they loved it. They did really well. But along comes these guys, the computer, and now they don't need it. They can just go to their computer, I'm looking for whatever I'm looking for, and it pops up. So that didn't continue like we would have liked it to. But those things happen in business. That's where the computers are wonderful. But in that case, it sort of killed off the automobile business. But it was cute when we did the Auction Time show, and I knew people. It was just wonderful, and people loved it, and they could just sit home. Of course, now you can sit home and go online and order whatever you want to.
Absolutely.
Right? So anyway, Salita, it was great to meet you, and I'm going to tell you said hello. In fact, we'll get together with him sometimes, Joe Pepito.
Oh, absolutely. Please do, Mr. Quinn.
Yeah, he was Salita's guidance counselor at Delsea Regional, and the kids all loved him. And he did a good job with that. But your parents, I think, deserve the most credit because you're a delightful young lady.
Thank you so much, Mr.
welcome.
Quinn.
Salita,
I
it was
appreciate
great to
the
see
kind
you.
words, and thank you for your time.
You're a special lady. God bless you. Keep
Thank
up the
you
good
so
work.
much.
You're welcome. Salita DeMary has been our guest today. She's Director of Communications and Public Relations and Advertising for Complete Care Health Network. Go to CompleteCareNJ.org, and you can find jobs. You can find all the things that they offer. If you need anything from dentists, chiropractors, OBGYN, mental health, you name it, we've got it. There isn't anything that Complete Care doesn't offer. So please go to the website and check it out. For our guest tonight, Salita, I'm Jim Quinn. Thank you, George Cuccia, for producing the show. And we'll see you again real soon. Take care, folks. Have a good night.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.